I need to go and get myself a thing. Mm. Mm. I need something for this thing. If I can put this on here. Okay, where everybody at? I know I'm late. No, where everybody at? Somebody must have a premiere or a live or something going on. Oh. Hey, Tina. How are you? Hey, Tawani. I'm eating pizza. Today has been a crazy day. I hope you guys are doing okay. My anniversary was Thursday, and I am still not quite back to normal yet. Do you guys know what's going on? Hey, Grace. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, it was nice. 14 years. 14 years of being with the same person. Have any of you been with anybody that long? 14 years. Until I married my husband, I'd never been with anybody that long. 14 years is a long time. And I'm eating pizza. Hey, love yourself. Thanks for the rose, sweetie. Hey, Diva. How you doing? In just a second, I'm going to explain to you guys what's on my head. Oh, wow. Well, Tina, that's good. You need to write a book. What's the secret? Because that's a long time, especially if you're not married. I don't know if I could stand it if I wasn't married, because, girl, me and boyfriends, they do one thing that make me mad, and I was out. So it was hard for me to, like, commit like that. But I have to admit, I wasn't exactly mature. So I think that has a lot to do with it too. Thanks. Thank you, guys. Yeah. You need to be congratulating Tina. She's been with her man for over 20 years. She deserves a medal. I'm sorry I'm late. Me and my husband were out looking at houses because we're living in a rental right now, but we're going to move into a house of our own, hopefully next year. I'm eating pizza, just so you know. And so we were out looking at houses, and I picked up my phone. And I got this notification that said, Live at 5 is in 30 minutes. I was like, oh my God. So I'm like, let's run home so I can act like I got some sense and get on here. So that's where we are. So, thanks, Divine. So, yeah, I'm eating pizza because we didn't get a chance to eat while we were out. But, yeah, the anniversary was nice. Hey, Veronica. Yeah, the anniversary was nice. You know, when you get to a certain age, and you know, maybe this ain't everybody, but when you get to a certain age, especially with the COVID going on, you're not really like doing anything. You know, I mean, since I've gotten older, my idea of entertainment and fun is a lot more subdued than it used to be. I mean, when I was younger, it was like, oh, we're going to the club. You know, we're going to go do this. You know, just like Queen of Mindset says, it's on and popping. That's what was happening back in the younger days. But now it doesn't take much to excite me. So me and my husband can sit at home and watch television. We can watch a movie. We don't necessarily have to go anywhere. I mean, yeah, that's right, Veronica. And love yourself. Yeah. You can, you know, have something to eat, you know, and be happy, do a little barbecue and whatever, and you're good. But, and two, I think as I've gotten older, I really don't want to be around a lot of people. Because before the whole COVID thing came along, you guys remember that there was a lot of shootings going on in public places. You remember that? Yeah, as long as you're together, that's all that's important. Yeah. So there were a lot of shootings going on, and we've lived at a bunch of different places over the past 5 years, and there were shootings that would be going on when you're out. And I'm like, I'm not trying to be out there with these crazy people. I mean, I done been there, done that. I don't really need to go to the club. I don't need to go to the concert. I mean, it's nice, but you know, I'm thinking about saving my life at this point. Love yourself says, I don't really care about doing anything for birthdays or anniversary. I hear you. I hear you. And two, like I said, because of all the crap that goes on, it's not even worth it. Honestly. So, anyway, what I was going to tell y'all is that this thing on my head, when I did that review of the cap wig, that cap do thing that Vivica Fox put out. Anyway, when I did the review of the cap wig, Veronica says, I can't remember the last time I went to the nightclub. Girl, I can. I think it was like 2003. No, it wasn't 2003. It was 2006 because my husband and I went in 2006 when we first got married. We did a little club thing, but not much after that. So anyway, like I was saying, when I did that cap do, that Vivica Fox cap do thing, I had showed you guys that I made one too, this thing. So somebody asked me to put it on. So I'm going to put it on in a minute. But before I put it on, I want to tell you what this is. Me and who was it? Me and Wheezy Wig Reviews, Joyce. Me and Joyce were kidding around talking and just thinking of different things that we could do. And I said, you know what? I'm going to make some little wiglets, and I'm going to put braids in them, and I'm going to put hair in them, and I'm just going to sew them up on a, you know, scarf or whatever, you know, something to wear to throw on outside. So that's what this is. This is actually a handkerchief scarf that I sewed braids into. So I'm just going to turn around so you can see what it looks like on the other side. I mean, on the back. But yeah, ooh, about to fall this ship. So this is where it looks in the back. They're just sewn right here. They're just sewn like, you know, how you take a handkerchief and you kind of, you know, turn it on and put it on like Aunt Jemima kind of thing. So I just did that and I sewed them in here. And I thought this is something that I can just wear when I'm running outside. So that's what I did. I took there's about 80 braids here. I think this is about 80 braids. It doesn't look like it, but it's about 80 braids. And I took these braids and I sewed them into this scarf, you know, this little scarf. And the scarf's like what, $3, $3 to $5, depending on where you get them. And the hair is like $10. So what's that? About $15, yeah. And I have not made them like to sell yet because I really wasn't sure. Let me tell you why. Okay. Let me tell you why I've been wondering. Hey, Epiphany. Hey, JJ. I'm wondering why. The reason why I haven't thought about selling these yet is because, and you guys can tell me what you think about this, but some people, don't like the whole, these scarves. Oh man, these paisley scarves. I can't think of what their actual name is called. Some people don't like these because they remind them of Aunt Jemima. And so when Weezy and I were talking about it, I'm like, because Brittany, Hearts and Cake 90, we were all talking about it. And I said, I'm wondering if people would buy bandanas. That's what I was wondering if people would buy a bandana with hair in it. And I ended up getting like several different colors. You know, I've got like green ones and pink ones and, you know, not just this blue. I got different color bandanas and I got some braids and stuff. And I thought, well, I'm going to sew this in to these braids, to these bandanas and see if people would like them. Oh, gangster. Okay. Yeah. That too. Yeah. Either Aunt Jemima or gangster, right? So what I thought was maybe I could find some silk scarves that I could sew them into. I don't know how stable they would be if I sewed them into a silk scarf, but I guess if I got a decent material of a silk scarf, I could do that. So I'm thinking about doing that because I also sewed hair into one of these. I sewed some regular hair in too. So it's just different. And like I said, if you have one, and I just did it up in a ball like everybody does. But if you had, some people are concerned about the cotton too. But this doesn't slip like the silk because it's cotton. But I would suggest, if I were to make these and sell them, I would suggest that you wear your nylon cap underneath like I've got on to protect your edges, if you're concerned about cotton, as some people are, or, a wig grip. You can wear a wig grip. So anyway, if you guys think that this is marketable, I may go ahead and do it because I got the hair, I got the braids, I got the scarf. I just haven't done it yet because I wasn't really sure. It was something I know I would put on just to run outside in. I just wasn't sure anybody else would be interested in anything like that. Silk or different style wraps. I couldn't wear red or blue in my area. Yeah, right. Yeah, the whole gang thing. Yeah. So I definitely wouldn't make them like that, especially knowing that they have some kind of a connotation like that. Like you said, love yourself. I wouldn't make them. But see, they have these kinds of scarves that are solid. So I got a solid hot pink color, and I got a solid yellow one, I think. I got a solid green. Yeah, because you don't have to wear the paisley. You can always get one that doesn't have, the design. The Zuri Sis scarf wig goes for around $20, and there's no choice of scarf color, just the animal print. That's true. That's true. I would probably sell this for $20 also. I wouldn't make much of a profit, but at least I make some. And it doesn't take that long to make, so it's not that big a deal. So yeah, I was thinking $20, $25 with braids and maybe $20 for hair or whatever. I don't know. But it depends. And I have to tell you, that scarf wig that they have, that Zuri Sis scarf wig, when I investigated it, I actually got one and then I sold it. But when I was looking at it, they actually sewed the hair onto a black cap, like if you were making a wig. Then they sewed the scarf onto that black cap. Yeah, yeah, the braids should be more, yeah. So, but I did not put this, I didn't sew this into a cap. I sewed these braids directly onto this scarf. So when you fold it up on the inside, they're just like in a line on the scarf. And you know, you have to make sure that you fold it properly. But once you fold it and tie it up on your head, you know, it's not in a cap. So that could be limiting too in terms of how much hair. JJ says, I bought one and gave it to my daughter. Yeah, they should offer more scarf choices. Like for instance, the human hair companies are selling these half wigs, these headband wigs now. And even though it has a black headband, they're giving you the option to buy your own headband and put it over the black one, which I think is kind of nice. You can do your own thing. I have not made a headband wig yet. I'm not sure if I want to try that yet. I haven't decided. But yeah, this was just real easy. So I just decided to do it. So yeah, and these are like twists. These aren't, hey Aya, these are twists. These are not actual braids. See, these are Singhalese twists. They're a little bit smaller than regular braids. But yeah, so I just decided to do this just for the heck of it, just to see what it looked like. But like I said, there's about 80 braids in this scarf. And I'm thinking, I don't know whether I would put, I think if I put it on a cap and then put the scarf on, it might take up too much room. JJ said, I like the headband ones too. Dee Dee Woods did a nice tutorial just using half wigs and headbands. Oh yeah, you can do that. So you don't have to get human hair to do that. You can use a half wig and a headband. I mean, it's technically the same thing. They just put the headband on the half wig. But I like the idea, excuse me for eating. I like the idea that they have them in the human hair. Because I don't mind having a human hair wig, but I don't want to pay that big price. And it's cheaper if you buy the headband wig. I think the headband wigs are like 180 bucks. And you get a lot of hair. I have one that I purchased recently, but I haven't even tried it on yet. But I'm thinking I'm gonna like those. Okay, so oh, I know what I want to ask you guys. Did anybody actually try the cornbread recipe? JJ says human hair lasts, you can do anything with it. Yeah, the cost is prohibitive. That's why I'm saying that the headband wigs are cheaper. And I found out too that some of them have ponytails. Some of them have human hair ponytails. And I didn't, you know, I never really paid much attention to that, but I didn't know if they had human hair ponytails. And that's kind of nice because sometimes I like those. Matter of fact, I have one coming up for one of my videos. It's a ponytail. But it's not human hair, but it's a ponytail. But yeah. Oh, I have a video coming up tomorrow. I have a video coming up tomorrow at 5:15. And you may have already seen the video. I mean, you wouldn't seen mine, of course. Somebody already did a review on this wig that I'm doing tomorrow. And part of what's going on with that wig is it's little. So my question to you guys is, are any of you out there more concerned about trying to find a wig that fits a small head? Because most of the time the wigs are not like for little heads, but they're usually for your average 22.5, maybe size head, maybe bigger. I know a lot of people complain about wigs that aren't big head friendly. But do you guys have any issues with wigs that aren't little head friendly? Anybody got a teeny head? And they have because I had a girlfriend who I had told about this wig I bought. I had bought this really nice model banged, you know, bob wig that I really liked. You know, you need small head wigs, love yourself, you're gonna love my video tomorrow then. Because this one's for small heads. Yeah. Wigs are typically too big for me. Yeah. Well, then you're going to like this video that I'm putting out tomorrow. So it's at 5:15, so don't miss it. But this particular wig is definitely for little heads. All the wigs be big, and I had to tie the straps. Yeah, well, you won't have to do that with this one. Well, you kind of will, but it's made for people with little heads. It's specifically made for people with little heads. So it fit me, but I didn't have to use any of the other items that it had. Epiphany, she got a big head. Yeah. Yeah, mine's 22 inches. And sometimes wigs are too small for me. Sometimes Bobbi Boss wigs can be a little small on me sometimes. I can't like pull them forward like I want to. I always notice, I always watch, what's her name? Body by Kira. I always watch Body by Kira because Body by Kira has a small head. And I know that if the wig fits her really snug, then it ain't gonna fit me at all. Because Body by Kira has a small head. And anything that fits her snug is definitely not gonna fit me. Aya says if the cap is too small, you can always turn it upside up, turn it inside out and spray the cap with water and put it on a mannequin head for 2 days. Yeah, matter of fact, that's a trick that Hearts and Cake 90 taught me a long time ago. And that's also good for flattening out a wig too. If you want to flatten out the top of a wig, you can turn it upside down and put water on it. That flattens it out too. So my pizza is burnt. Look at that. It's burnt. After I get pizza at the pizza place, when I heat it up, I don't put it in the microwave. I cannot stand microwave pizza. So I put my pizza in a frying pan with like some spray grease. I put it in the frying pan with some spray grease and I put the top on the frying pan and I let it heat up like that because it makes the pizza crunchy as opposed to hard like the microwave does. So I never put my pizza in the microwave. I always put my pizza in the frying pan. The problem with that is that you got to watch it. Because if you don't watch it, you're going to burn it. Oh, it says if the cap, Aya says, if the cap is too big, just sew one or both sizes of the cap together. Both sides of the cap together or both sizes together? One or both sides of the cap together. You have to explain that to me. I'm not following. But anyway, yeah. So that video that I'm dropping tomorrow is about small heads. It's a wig specific for small head people. Yeah, so you have to watch that. And it's not expensive either. Sew it by ear tab. Is that what you're saying, Aya? Love Yourself is saying to sew it by the ear tab. You guys are a wealth of information because I don't know. I never run into them that are too big. I always run into the ones that are too small. I don't know that I've ever run into one that was too big. Well, yeah, I have some. I think some Motown tress wigs have been too big for me. But Bobbi Boss is usually kind of small. Yeah. I love my outre though. They fit. I wish they'd come out with some other stuff that I like. They actually just came out with some wigs. Outre came out with some new wigs. But they were all too long. And, you know, as an older woman, I'm only going to go so far with it, you know. Hey, Melinda. Aya says, fold the back of the cap where the comb is normally placed in. So, oh, yeah. Well, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. I can see that. Yeah, that makes sense. So, yeah, like I was saying, Outre has come out with some new wigs, but they're too long. I think one of them might be shoulder length. Neesha 206 is short and lightweight. Actually, I did. Well, I didn't try it. I had a conversation with a couple of people who had already tried it, and I decided I wasn't going to try it after I talked to them about it. Personally, I am not a huge Neesha fan. I think if they made more like Julian, was it Julian, or whatever it was that the one that came out that was supposed to be sort of yucky. It wasn't as yucky as the Neesha ones. Yeah, the Neesha ones are rough for me. I can't really control that thick hair. Maybe it's because I'm old. I don't know. But Julianne, that's what it was. Hey, Weezy. I was just talking about you. I was telling them about how we talked about this thing I got on my head. How you were advising me, Weezy, on what I should do, whether I should sell this or not. So we were having that conversation whether I should sell my little scarf with the hair in it. But anyway, yeah, you're right. Matronly. Yeah, that's exactly right. So they just look, the Neeshas just look too thick for me, at least for my taste. I'm a light yaki girl. I don't necessarily want a really silky wig, but I'm on the light yaki train. That's really where I am. Elevate Style sent me one of the longer wigs. The only reason I agreed to review is because it came in chocolate brown color blend. Oh, you're talking about the new outres? They do have a new color called Chocolate Frost. I think it's called Chocolate Frost. Is that what you're talking about, Aya? Yeah, they have another one. Oh, you too, Epiphany? Yeah, they have a new color called Chocolate Frost. I think it's a new color. I don't remember the Chocolate Frost being in the other colors. But yeah, they have this Chocolate Frost color that they put out, these new wigs that Outre put out. And again, this is a Weezy wig review thing. Weezy loves the long wig. And they put out three new long ones. And the Neesha 206, but they put out three long ones. And then they put out some with the crazy colors again. I mean, like the blue streaks and all that kind of stuff. And I'm sorry, I can't do that. As an older woman, I just can't do that. Weezy says he decided it wasn't going to be worth it to make a sale. Well, yeah, that's what I was saying too, Weezy. I'm talking about the caps. We're talking about the scarves right now. I think the scarf with the hair might be cost effective. I think the hat with the hair and the braids might be cost prohibitive. But this is a little bit different than what we were talking about because this one doesn't have the cap, the black cap like we talked about, Weezy. Whereas I saw the black cap on Amazon somewhere. Somebody had sewn hair on a black cap and that was it. And so I think the point was to sew the hair onto the black cap and then put a cap on top of that. No more niches. It's overhyped. Yeah, like Lena. Oh, do you remember that Lena thing? Oh my goodness. First it was Lena. Then it was Lena Sleek. Then it was the, what other? Then it was a Lena that was like, had that funny pyramid looking shape. And then it was a Lena Long and a Lena this and a Lena Bang. And yeah, that's true. JJ says, Shein has free shipping over $9.90 today for those of you that shop Shein. Oh, well, that's good. I haven't bought anything from them in a long time. I heard something controversial about them recently. Did I hear something controversial about Shein recently? Somebody was saying they weren't too happy. Yeah, the Cleopatra one, JJ, that's right. They got into the whole Cleopatra one with that with that Lena wig. Bobby Boss just, Yara, that's right, Divine. It was Yara, the Yara line. Yeah, they just like went over the top with that. It was like every single thing that came out from them was some kind of Lena style. Weezy says, I think I'm over Neesha. They ruined it for me when they upgraded her to a frontal and called her Julianne. Yeah. Well, see, Weezy, that's the thing. I liked the Julianne, even though I didn't buy it. You kept telling me to buy it, and I never bought it. I never did buy the Julianne wig. But from watching other people with it, I thought I would like it because it wasn't as yucky. And it did have a frontal. Whereas the other niches, they still haven't given the niches a frontal. I mean, the real ones. And I don't know why. I wonder if they'll ever get the real ones a frontal. I don't know why they didn't. Maybe it's harder because of the type of hair that they're using in the niches. Maybe that doesn't do really well on, I don't know. No, that's not true because you and I both know, Weezy, when we were watching Natural Joy the other night and she had that thick, that really thick wig that she cut real short, that was a frontal. That was about as yucky as you're going to get. That was about a Neesha yucky. So they should be able to put a frontal on those Neesha wigs. Excuse me. Everything is controversial these days. That's true, Aya. Weezy, do you remember what it was? Do you remember what that controversy was with Shein? Because some of the other wig reviewers were talking about it. Something happened with Shein. People got mad at him for some reason. I don't know. This necklace I have on is from Shein. I bought Julianne and haven't reviewed it yet. You need to get on it. What color did you get? If you ain't gonna review it, just send it to me. I'll do it. Send it to me if you don't want it. I'll make you a wig cap. Actually, Weezy, I still have your stuff. I'm gonna make the wig cap for you, even though I'm not selling them. I'm gonna make the one for you. These, yeah, this thing. But it'll have more hair on it because you want more hair. So I'm going to make this thing for you, Weezy. Okay, that was what lace Letitia Natural Jewelry did. Is that what she did? But it was still a yucky wig with a frontal. I guess that's the point I was making, that the Neesha people should be able to put a frontal on the Neesha wigs if that's what you like, you know. If you like the Neesha wigs, they should be able to put a frontal on those. Because if they could put the frontal on Julianne, I don't know. Maybe they don't feel like people want it. I mean, I guess y'all need to just speak up louder or something to let them know that, you know, you want that on those Neesha wigs. But I don't know if they're going to come out with any more Neeshas. I think like, who said it? JJ, I think it's run its course. Or Aya, I think, said it's run its course. Blah, blah, blah. I didn't say I didn't want her. I'm excited you just haven't time to do so. I'm going to do it. I am busy. I've been really busy lately. I mean, really. I did 6 videos. Well, yeah, I know they did it and called it Julianne, Weezy, but what I'm saying is they should do it for the niches. They should do it for the other niches. I recorded 5 videos over the past, well, actually before my anniversary week started, I wanted to get them all out of the way. So I recorded 5 videos that are coming out over the next 5 weeks so that I don't have to do any more wig reviews for a while, except when I come and see you guys on Sunday, because they're all done and in the can and they're up there. They're just ready for the button to be pushed and they go. So one's coming out tomorrow, then next Monday, then Monday, and after that, so that I don't have to do anymore. So I reviewed several different things in these next 5 videos that you guys are going to see. You guys asked me about cooking with herbs. I did one on that. One of the videos that I did is about cooking with herbs and spices, because you guys asked about that. So I did do a video on that. But the rest of them are hair. But I did do one like that. So anyway, yeah. Oh yeah, Weezy, I was telling them that the wig that I'm doing tomorrow is for little heads, so you wouldn't be interested. It's for little teeny heads. It's for people with little heads that can't find wigs to fit them, which I think is an excellent thing, because most of the time when they make wigs, they don't always necessarily make them big head friendly, but they don't always make them little head friendly either. They're kind of in between head friendly, you know, and I guess because they figure, you know, if we go in the middle of the road, it'll fit most people. So maybe, you know, instead of doing all the big heads or all the little heads, you know, we'll do in the middle of the road. And yeah. So, yeah. So anyway, so I was showing them this, Weezy. I was showing them that I braided hair into this scarf. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take it off so that you guys can see what the construction of it is. Is your small head video tomorrow? Yeah, it's tomorrow. It's synthetic. It's synthetic, Weezy. Yeah, the video tomorrow is synthetic. So I'm going to take this off, and I'm going to show you guys what this looks like. Here it is. So as you can see, I sewed the hair onto half of this scarf. And then you just tie it on your head. See, the hair hangs back here. See, the hair hangs back there. And you just, you know, you hold the scarf in such a way that, you know, I can't really show you on here, but, you know, you do it just like you were going to fold a regular scarf. You put the shorter part here, and then that's where the hair is, right? And then you just wrap it around your head. And that's what I did. I just sewed the hair onto the end of the scarf. that was it. And so I'm doing that for hair as well as braids. So that's it. That's, you pull it off your head and that's it. So anyway, I'm going to put this thing on. Now, this is the other one that I showed you guys when I did that cap wig. But again, you can see right through this. That's what I don't like about this. There's not enough hair here. And so if I ever make this again, hint, hint, Wheezy, if I ever make this again, I've got to put more hair in here. So I'm thinking that the way it's constructed, I'm thinking that instead of just putting the hair down here on the edge, that maybe I bring it up here, maybe sew more hair up here. And then, you know, so that there's more hair falling down. That way there'll be more hair. But see, that's the thing. Putting hair into this cap was just painful. I mean, not that it wasn't hard on the sides. This side part wasn't hard to do. It was getting it all up on this back part. And that's what bugged me about this cap. But anyway, let me just put it on. So here it is. This is it. See, it's real thin. But if it had, and this cap is kind of big on my head. If it had more hair, I think if it had more hair, it'd be cooler. But yeah. But let me turn around so you can see how thin this is, because it's really thin in the back. Yeah. See how thin it is? So it definitely needs more hair. It needs thicker hair. And like I said, when you put more hair in this cap, it's painful. Just the sewing of it, you know, is the problem. It's just sewing it, you know. I like the idea of it. So when Weezy and I were talking about it, I showed her a picture. Oh, thanks, Neesha, thanks. When Weezy and I, oh, thanks, Weezy. I'm trying to read the comments and talk at the same time. When Weezy and I were talking about this, I was telling her that I found another person who created something similar, but instead of putting the hair in the cap, they put the hair on a black cap. It's almost like they were making a wig, but they only put the hair like up to here. So from here down, they had hair. And then you would slide that cap on your head and then put your own hat, your own choice of hat over your head. And there it was. So, yeah. So it's basically the same thing. So, yeah, it was basically the same thing. Nisi says, I like the scarf because you can change the pattern with the braids. I like that one. Yeah, I like the scarf idea too. And like I said, it's easier to make. Weezy said, you be doing so much, I'm exhausted. I have 5 new videos, sewing wigs, cooking, writing books. Yeah, that's true. I am. My husband is concerned because I'm too busy. So, yeah, something may be changing really soon. So, just so you know, something may be changing really soon. But I think this idea is nice. And Vivica Fox already did this, just so you know. Vivica Fox already created a cap with hair, not just the braids, but Vivica Fox created a cap in 2018. 2018, they put hair on a cap. And I remember seeing that. And then, of course, you know, they did the braids. Hold on just one second. My computer's running out of juice. So, yeah, so they had already done the hair wig cap before they did the braided cap do thing, Vivica Fox. But I don't think it went anywhere in 2018. I don't think people were really jumping on the idea then when they did it. So they may bring it back. I don't know. But this is real lightweight, I guess, because it doesn't have that much hair. But again, what I'm thinking is that if you were to do it, you would take a wig, a mesh cap, like you're sewing a wig, sew hair halfway up, put the mesh cap on your head, and then put a hat on of your choice. That I think would make more sense than to just buy the wig with the cap already in it, because then you're stuck with the same cap, you know, and you're stuck with the same hair. One idea that Weezy and I did have, and I might as well share it with you because I'm not going to do it. One idea that me and Weezy did have was to put a piece of Velcro around the hat, you know, like put a piece of Velcro around here and then get some hair and put Velcro on the hair and then just stick it into the wig, and then you could have whatever you wanted. You know, you could have whatever hair you wanted because you could just Velcro it in and Velcro it out. And I was going to do that too. I don't know, this hair is wacky. I was going to do that too, but I decided against that too because it was cost prohibitive for me. I just don't think I could make any money doing it. And I couldn't make them fast enough, I think, to make it work. Unless I, you know, ended up getting a factory person to do it or hiring somebody to do it for me, you know, that kind of thing. So anyway, what I'm probably going to do is just make these. Make the scarf, and I'll just, instead of us doing gang-related scarves, because you missed that part, Weezy. I can't make blue or red paisley scarves because of the gangs. Neesha says, that way you can pin it on your head if you put it on a wig cap. Yeah. I got to pin my wigs on. Yeah, I guess you could. Yeah. But so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make some scarves that are like solid color scarves, as opposed to just the paisley ones, because we don't want to get in trouble with the gangs. And if we did do paisley, I guess we shouldn't do red or blue. But anyway, I'll probably do different scarves that aren't paisley, like maybe a tie-dye scarf, tie-dye colored looking scarf might be kind of cute. African inspired print scarf might be nice with the hair sewn into it, you know. I have to think about it and then get it done. But yeah, so this one to me was just like this was just kind of an experiment. And I think it's cute, but it's just too thin. African material with braids. Yeah, that would be cute. Yeah, like the turbans. Yeah, yeah, it'd be cute. And just sew the hair in there and be done with it. So yeah, so I think I might do that. And I have a little Etsy website. And I haven't used my Etsy website in a long time, so maybe if I decide to do it, I'll just, you know, I'll just put it on my Etsy website and sell it that way. Oh, so you guys didn't tell me if you tried the cornbread yet. I spent all that time doing that cornbread video last week. Did you guys try the cornbread? Anybody try my cornbread recipe from last week? I'm waiting. It's hot in here. I am waiting to hear if you guys tried the cornbread. Somebody told me that they were going to try it. Who was it? Somebody told me they were on their way to New York and was going to try that cornbread recipe. And I can't remember who it was. It hit me up on Instagram and said that. But anyway, if you guys want me to do another cooking thing, as soon as I can find some eggs. JJ, you can't find any eggs. Why? Are they all sold out where you are? I'm going to do another one. Impossible to get eggs, milk, or bacon. Really? Where do you live? Where do you live where you can't get eggs, milk, and bacon? I can go to Sam's and get all I want. We've been going to Sam's a lot lately. Now, y'all know I get hot flashes, so, you know, don't even front. I'm not even going to front. Yeah, I can go to Sam's and get eggs and milk now, but in the beginning it was hard. When this COVID thing first started, it was rough. Massachusetts, Is it because you're, well, no, you're not really close to New York. You're Boston, but yeah, I guess, not really New York. Connecticut, I think, is what's really close to New York. I can buy at Walmart if I want a case of 36, so okay, yeah. Yeah, I get it, yeah. Yeah, I don't know, they haven't been running out of stuff here lately in Charlotte. I haven't noticed that. Weezy says, I'm going to sell my scarf wigs after I get yours because I don't need them. They all have the same scarf. I think I got carried away. Plus, you can just plop a lace part wig on and go live. That's true. That's true. Oh, Neesha, you said you made kale and smoked turkey and you bought some corn muffins. Okay. Oh, New Hampshire border. Okay, JJ. Hey, Stacy, how you doing? We're just chatting about this hat I got on and a few other things. You can watch the replay to see what we're up to, because we up to a few things over here. We up to a few things. Yeah, Weezy had mentioned something about me writing books. You guys know that I've written some books, but I'm about to get back into fiction. writing. I have decided that I'm going to start spending more time working on some children's books, some middle grade, young adult books. So I may not be doing as much of this as I used to. Wheezy says, hey, Stacy, that cornbread recipe looks so fast, easy, and delicious. It was fast, easy, and delicious. You got to try it. I'm surprised none of y'all tried it yet. I'm sad. I'm really sad because I spent a long time planning for that. And I'm going to do another one. But like I said, this next one is going to be that jalapeno ranch dip. It's good too. I'm going to do this jalapeno ranch dip. And all you guys will have to do with this one is chop up some stuff and put it in the blender. What's the names of the books you wrote? Well, see, the thing is, Kelly, I have not published them yet. I have written several kids' books, but I have not gotten them published yet. Only one is published. Only one is published, and I self-published it. I didn't get an agent. But I'll give you the name of it. I'll give you the name of it. This book is about my husband's life as a child in Alabama playing baseball on a white team. He was the only black kid on a white baseball team. And he went through a lot of changes because he was in Alabama. As you can imagine, the kinds of things that can happen to a child on a baseball team in Alabama in the 60s. So that's what the book is about. The book is set in Montgomery, Alabama in 1967 when my husband played baseball for a white baseball team. So the book is actually not about my husband specifically. And that's the book, as gray as black and white is the book. It's on Amazon and all those places. You can get it in Kindle or paperback. But the book is really about a little boy who's not my husband. My husband is the pitcher in the book. There's a pitcher in the book, the baseball pitcher. The baseball pitcher's name is Eddie. That's who my husband's character is. But the character who is the star of the book is actually, his name is Mark. And the story is really about a blonde-haired, blue-eyed boy. So this is my pitch. A blonde-haired, blue-eyed boy discovers he's black in 1967 Alabama. So that's what the story's about. It's about this little boy whose parents were passing for white. Wow, that's going to be a good book. Yeah, I already wrote it. It's on Amazon. It's on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Kobo. It's available in Kindle or paperback. And it's about a little boy who thought he was white. He's got blonde hair and blue eyes. He thought he was white, but he finds out that he's what they called mulatto back in those days. His father was mulatto. His mother's white, but his father was mulatto. And so the book talks about how he deals with that discovery, because he's on the white baseball team too, but they all thought he was white. So now that they find out he's black, a lot of things change. So yeah, and the book talks a lot about how people in Alabama, how people in Montgomery felt about racism. I mean, not racism, integration back then. Believe it or not, a lot of the black people in Alabama did not want integration. Regardless of what the whole King movement was about, a lot of them did not want it. And in the book, I actually did a lot of research. I went back to Montgomery. Yeah, I went back to Montgomery and I found some of the older head people, old head folks who'd been around for a while, and asked them about the whole situation in the 60s when King was there and everything. Some of them were devastated over the idea of integration because they lost their businesses. A lot of black businesses went out of business because what's going to happen when you integrate? All the black people are going to go to the white store now, right? All the black people are going to go to the white restaurant, right? So their perspective on integration was totally different than what I had expected it to be when I went to research this book. Kelly says, my son is 10 and really into history. Would it be appropriate for him? Okay, yes, he can read the book, except, let me just tell you, Kelly, the N word is in there. That's the only curse word. I believe is the N word. And the only reason it's in there is because that's what people were saying to them on the ball field. And this is, you know, a lot of what's in the book is true. A lot of what's in the book actually happened to my husband when he was a kid. So most of the book, a lot of the book in terms of what happened on the baseball field was true. What happened to my husband. So I incorporated his story into Mark's story so that I could have a little bit more of a marketable book. So yeah, so I tried to get an agent for that book for 3 years. 3 years, and they did not want to touch it. They didn't want to touch it. So I said, you know what? If you don't want to publish this book, I'll publish it myself. So that's what I did. I self-published it last year. After sitting on it for 4 years, I published it last year. So yes, so it's out there in Kindle or paperback. Yeah, see, it's funny because with the whole Black Lives Matter thing now, it would have been something that would probably sell. But what's the title again? It's called As Gray as Black and White. Yeah, with Black Lives Matter, yeah. Yeah, it's going to be hard to find, Wheezy, because you'll have to look it up with my name. Just look it up with Faith. Look it up with Faith. But yeah, yeah. So I self-published it because my husband wanted to get it out there. He wanted to share it with his friends, and I waited as long as I felt like I could wait. And it's funny because when I did present it to different agents, some of them were very interested in it, but some of them were afraid they couldn't sell it to publishers. Some of them felt like it was a subject they wanted to forget about. You know what I mean? When it comes to racism, they want to forget about it a lot of times, especially in publishing. They don't want to really deal with that. When Black Lives Matter came out, they got excited about Black books then, but only on the negative. They were looking for people whose daddies were drug dealers and all this kind of junk, you know, and they wanted to intertwine that into the Black Lives Matter movement for the book they were looking for. And I'm like, no, everybody's daddy ain't a drug dealer. Everybody doesn't use the F-bomb every 5 seconds, you know, but that's what they were looking for. Yeah. I think Delphine would have probably published it if I had gone to Tamika, but I didn't. Tamika Newhouse is a girl who has started she has an African-American book club, and Tamika and I go way back, and I guess I could have gone to her and had her publish it, but I just didn't. I just went ahead and published it myself. But yeah. So I may write another one specifically to my husband's situation as opposed to the one that I did write about the little white boy who turned out to be Black. I just thought that would be much more interesting story because of the fact that it was just hard for me to imagine somebody to look white in the 60s in the South, but not be white, and how they would be treated once one found out. That's kind of, you know, that was my whole thing. What if? I kind of came up with this, what if this little white boy who thought he was white is really Black, and it's the 60s and they're integrating schools, and, you know, so that was kind of my idea. A book club video series on it, yeah. Identity is a big thing in America. Oh, it sure is. It really is. And you know what? It's not just your skin color. You know, the big controversies that have been going on about hair. That's another big one. Hair is another big one. So yeah, so that's what I did. So the other books that I've written were also sort of identity books. One of them is about two twins. One has straight hair and one has an afro, and they switch places in school to see how people treat them. That one I haven't finished writing yet. And then I've got one, I've written several of them, and then I've written a couple picture books and stuff. So yeah, I'm trying to get myself back into the groove of writing again commercially, and going after an agent again, because my friends are like, oh, why did you give up? Why did you give up? Just come back and try it again. Come back and try it again. So I'm going back to try it again. Matter of fact, I have a friend. Actually, she was my critique partner about 5 years ago when I first started writing, and she had just started writing. She was writing a little detective novel for kids, and I was writing a little detective novel for kids. So we decided that we would talk to each other and read each other's work. And she was in Canada. And so every week we would read each other's work. Kelly says, someone just recommended the book, The Vanishing Twin, about twins where one decided to pass for. Wow. Yeah, I haven't read that one yet. I heard that was good. I haven't read that one yet. But yeah, that's a similar concept to what I had. Yeah. But yeah, so this girl that I used to read her work and she used to read mine, she was in Canada. And so we would like get on Zoom and talk, once a month and share each other's work with each other. And then I lost my job. And once I lost my job, I was like, forget it. I'm not even going to continue this. And so I kind of gave up the writing thing and focused on trying to get work. And while I was gone, she got an agent. And so now she's put out 3 books with HarperCollins. I think it was HarperCollins. She put out 3 books and she's still working on it. She's still working on some books. So I'm talking to her tomorrow. We're having a conference call tomorrow because I told her I was going to come back. And so we're going to see, I'm going to try and come up with some ideas so I can maybe get back in and try to get my book published. Was it Niecy? I plan on reading it. Niecy says it's Vanishing. What did you say it was called, Niecy? I forgot the name. Vanishing Twin. The Vanishing Twin. It was Kelly. The Vanishing Twin. Was it Niecy? I'm not sure what you mean. They grew up in a town that only light-skinned people live in. Oh, okay. Wow, that's interesting. That's interesting because I had done some research on my family history, and I have an ancestor way, way, way back in the day who was living in an all-white town, and he was black, but he didn't look black. So they didn't even consider him black because I guess he never told them he was black. And I mean, but you can imagine, the kind of stuff that was happening back in the days in 1800s and whatever, like after slavery. You can imagine what was happening with the people who were, maybe half white and half black that were trying to pass, or maybe even if they weren't trying, they were, passing. So, yeah. But anyway, so getting back to wigs, like I said, I'll probably go ahead and start making some of these. And then when I put them up on my Etsy site, I'll let y'all know. But also, I'm making headbands. That's what I've got to tell you guys. I'm making headbands. Like headbands, like headbands. I'm going to be making some headbands that are out of material that's not cotton, stretchy material, so that you can put them on your half wigs or on your headband wigs or whatever. So I'll probably put those up with these when I sew them. Kelly says, I was asking Niecy. I heard it was good also. Oh yeah, The Vanishing Twin. Yeah, I'm going to have to read that. I've heard about it, but yeah, I'm going to have to read that. Yeah, I will have to read that one. So what you guys got new that's going on? What's happening? Anything new going on with you guys? Anything that you guys are looking for in terms of wigs? Any wigs you're looking for that you want to see? Niecy says, yes, the only problem was the time frame was a little confusing to believe. Oh, okay. Now, was it a self-published book or was it traditionally published? Do you know? Do you know if they self-published it or if they went with a real publisher? Matter of fact, I can look it up, I guess. But short curly wig. Somebody else asked me about that. I did one short curly wig for AfricanAmericanWigs.net. And, oh, she went with the publisher. Okay. AfricanAmericanWigs.net, I did one short curly wig. So when you talk about short curly, Veronica, how short are you talking? Because I've seen, there's a Bobby Boss wig that I like that I'm thinking about getting. And it's short and curly, but it's real short. Yeah, headband wigs I think are cool. I think headband wigs are going to be the thing in 2021. I think they're going to be a lot more people doing headband wigs. Oh, 10 or 12 inches is not short, Veronica. I thought you meant like short. So you're talking shorter length curly wigs. Yeah, I've got one that I did, but it's a human hair wig. that I did for African-American wigs. It was called Sorbin. It was a human hair wig. I did that like last year. It was a really nice wig too. I wish I had kept it, but I sold it. Wheezy, no, I'm always selling my stuff. I sell my wigs as soon as I get them. But the Shireen wig was 10 to 12 inches, and it was curly. I did that wig in a kind of a reddish color. Matter of fact, I got that one for sale on my eBay site. I'm selling that one. But yeah, have you guys been to my eBay site? Because you know I'm selling wigs on my eBay site. Touching just above the shoulders. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's about 10 inches, yep. Yep, that's about 10 inches. I did one that was blonde not long ago on my channel. If you just look on my playlist, if you look on my playlist under short wigs or human hair wigs, you'll see it. Okay. Oh, I'm not finding the book Vanishing Twin, but I am finding the syndrome Vanishing Twin. Oh, here it is, Vanishing Twin book. Leah Dietrich? Oh no, here's another one. Oh, there's more than one Vanishing Twin book. Oh, it looks like this one might be self-published. Sorry, I'm a little behind with videos. Yeah, if you just look at my playlist, you'll see medium length wigs is probably what you want. Because short wigs are going to be short on my short wig playlist, but my medium length wig playlist is going to be shoulder length and up, about shoulder length. Leah Dietrich, it looks like she, nope, this isn't it either. Well, I don't know why I'm not finding the book, because what I'm finding is different than what you're talking about. Who is the author of this Vanishing Twin book? Because I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it in here. What's the site for your eBay site? Oh, it's just Still Looking Good 58. If you go to eBay and type in Still Looking Good 58, all one word, that's my eBay. I think it's, let me see. I'll see if I can type it in. I think this is it. I think that's it. ebay.com/US/Still Looking Good 58. I think that's what it is. Yeah. Oh yeah, that crazy red wig. Oh my goodness. I was so skeptical as to whether anybody was going to like, oh, it's the Vanishing Half. Okay. Yeah, I was skeptical as to whether somebody was going to like that red wig. But I saw that color and I said, you know what? I have never done a red, like really, really red wig. I did a copper colored wig before, you know, like an orangish color, but not like red. And I really wanted to do that red wig because I thought, man, this is cool. And if I just dark rooted a little bit, it might be all right. But I didn't brush out the dark root as well as I wish I had on that wig. I really should have done better on that one. But yeah, I think that black root looked nice on that red wig, but I think it just needed to be a little bit more brushed out. Vanishing Half. Okay. Yeah, I'll check that out. Yeah, because I'm trying to read more as well. Because to be honest, if you're going to write, you need to read. Because if you don't read, then you don't really know what's going on in the reading world, in the writing world. If you don't read, hey, Weezy, you back again? Oh, wait, Wigs the Bracelet. Hey, Wigs the Bracelet, Tamika, how you doing? How you doing? How you like my hair cap? How you like my hair cap, Tamika? I made it myself. See, it's real thin. I made it myself, but it's real thin. I'm glad to hear that you're doing well. You've been looking really good lately, girl. I've been checking you out on your channel. You've been looking really good. Really good. Oh, you missed my scarf wig, Tamika. You missed my scarf wig. I made a scarf wig. You missed it. It's real cool. I'm going to put it back on when I can get it to get on my head right, because I'm getting ready to take this cap off. But yeah. Yeah, I might just put it back on. I'm going to put it back on so you guys can see how to put it on. So, okay, so here we go. So here is the scarf again. So I'm just taking the scarf, the short folded part, is going to go next to my head. So I'm just going to put it back here and put the big part in the front. If I can get this done right. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to put the big part in the front. Put the braids back here. And I'm just going to tie this one up like Aunt Jemima. Because the other one I tied it up different. But yeah. So I'm just going to tie it up like Aunt Jemima this time. Yeah. Yeah. Weezy gets on my case because she said I can't tie a scarf. And she's right, I can't. So I'm going to put this under here and then just tie this piece. Oh, I guess that's, yep, there you go. There you go. All right. I have to do something with this bow, but yeah. Weezy said I can't tie a scarf to save my life. She did, and I can't. She's right. So here it is. I got my braid scarf on. I'll show you what it looks like in the back. There's what it looks like in the back. It lays down pretty flat. Oh yeah, I guess I could tuck these, yeah. Yeah. Okay, yeah, there we go. See, there we go. We're good. So yeah, so I'm thinking that, like I was telling everybody, that I could probably make them with not the gang-related scarf, of course, not the gang-related scarf, but with the with like solid colored scarves, maybe some silk scarves, stuff like that. So yeah. So yeah, then you just kind of throw it on and go. So yeah. So yeah, thank you so much. It was fun to make it. Just kind of, there's 80 braids on here, like I told them, Tamika. There's 80 braids in here that I had to sew on here. But you know, it's something to just throw on your head and go outside in. Yeah. Thank you, Neesha. Yeah. So I'm probably going to put some up on my Etsy site. Maybe 20 bucks. Y'all think 20 bucks is fair? 25, 20 bucks. What you think? Depending on the scarf, I guess, or how much hair or whatever. If I put regular hair in it, it's probably going to be 20. Maybe if I do braids, it'll be 25. But yeah, and the braids are like long. These braids are pretty long. Yeah, these are 20 inches, I think. But yeah, it's just, you know, I mean, even if you didn't wear it yourself, maybe something that your daughter would like, or your niece or somebody might put something like this on and wear it. You know how kids are, they like fads. So yeah, so anyway, so that's that. So Tamika, what is going on with you? I've been seeing you putting up a bunch of videos lately. Oh, and how's your foot stuff going? I know you had tried some foot stuff. Is this still working? Neesha says you didn't do it on the sewing machine. Oh, yes, I did on the sewing machine. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I did do it on the sewing machine. Yeah, how's your foot stuff working, Tamika? Yeah, this was on the sewing machine, Neesha. I sewed it onto just the short part so that there's no lines in the back. Oh, good. Well, that stuff must work then if your feet are silky. See, the reason I sewed it only on the flap in the front. I only sewed it on the inside flap because I didn't want the seams to show. And so the seams don't show. That's why I didn't sew. I had to sew it on the sewing machine so that I could get it the way I wanted it. But is there a way to put the tie in the back? You know what? Yeah, I think you could. I'd probably have to tie I'd probably have to sew the hair on the other way. Because if I try to do it the way, well, yeah, I don't think, well, did I do it in the back? I think I did do it in the back once. I think I have a video of me doing it in the back. Yeah, it is something to just grab and go, Tamika. That's really all I did it for, is to grab and go, something to just grab and go. But yeah, I think that you can tie it in the back. I just don't remember. I know that I did do it once, but I can't remember how I did it in order to make it work with the braids in it. But I know I did it. I'll have to go and do it again. I just don't recall. But I could sew it backwards and make it that way. But yeah, this is just, just something you can just put on, plenty of braids or plenty of hair or whatever. Yeah, I know, Weezy. I know you want it tied in the back. I know that. We talked about it already. I know that you want it tied in the back. I will go back to the drawing board and figure out how to sew it the other way so that you can tie it in the back. Like I told you, if we sew it on a mesh cap and then sew the scarf to the mesh cap, then you can do it both ways. So I may have to do it like that. Double layer would work. Yeah. Yep. That's what I would do. That's right. Double layer would work. Yep. So that's what I'll do, because I'm going to put it on a silk scarf too, just to see how it feels, because I like the cotton, because I didn't want it to be moving all over the place like the nylon ones do. Ooh, beggars aren't choosy, huh, Weezy? You are, though. You don't already tell me what you want, Weezy. You already told me what you want. JJ says, I have a low forehead. Tie in the front makes it disappear. Yeah, that's true. If you have a low forehead, your tie in the front would be right. But I agree with Tamika. I think if I'm going to do it, I need to make it like reversible. I think reversible would be good. That way you can, reversible would be good so that you could, like Tamika said, tie it in the front of the back. So I have to do that. I know I could do that. So I would have to actually take it. Yeah, I know what I would do. Instead of putting the V in a small part, I could just do the whole thing in a triangle, and then you could do it either way. So yeah, I'll do it that way. Weezy, you know you my baby. I loves you. And I'm going to do yours first, Weezy. I'm going to do yours first because I got your stuff upstairs. I got your hair upstairs. I got your scarf upstairs. I got the braids upstairs. I even got your hat upstairs. And I bought the right size for you too, Weezy. I brought the right size hat because I know you complained about how you wanted your hat to be fitting. JJ says, you're so clever. Looking forward to these. Yeah, it's going to be fun. Yeah, I'm going to put them together. Hopefully I'll have them ready by maybe the late fall, early winter, because I've got so much going on. Since I'm working on a book, I've got this thing called, and you probably never heard of this, but I have this this thing called, what do they call it? It's a thing where you get with a bunch of people and you write a book in 30 days. NanoWriMo, that's what it's called. It's called, and I'll just write it in, it's called NanoWriMo. Yeah. And NanoWriMo is a group of people who get together from all over the country and the world for that matter, and they all agree to write a 50,000 word book in 30 days. And so we all encourage each other. In my last book, I wrote my last book in NanoWriMo, and I got it done in 30 days. But you're only going to get a shell of the book. You're going to get like a draft, and then you're going to have to clean it up after that, because writing, you have to write like 1,670 words a day or something like that. So if you write those words and you just kind of throw in your ideas on a page and you get your 50,000 words, then you're going to have to go back and clean it up. And that's really what the whole thing is about. So, oh, you want the Velcro? I'm going to give you the Velcro, Weezy. I'm going to give you the Velcro. But yeah, so I'm going to be busy in November doing NanoWriMo. So I'll either be doing this before, I'll either be creating these scarves before NanoWriMo or after. Oh, you are, Neesha? Yeah. Yeah, it's like this writing, community thing that everybody does, this community writing program, this book. Everybody writes a book in a month. So yeah, so you have to actually sign up and commit to doing it. So they make you sign up. You have to put in what you're calling the name of your book, what kind of book you're writing, so they can put you with people who write the kind of book you write. Like if you're writing science fiction, they're going to team you up with a bunch of other science fiction people. Or if you write, humor, they're going to put you with a bunch of humor people. So that's what they do. And then you sign up and you commit to completing the book in 30 days, and you commit to 50,000 words, because that's what you have to do. And you have to actually upload the book at the end. So at the end of the month, excuse me, to make sure you did it, you have to prove it by uploading the book. Now, I'm sure people have cheated and have written books outside of NanoWriMo and then uploaded those, but you're supposed to actually be honest and put that book that you wrote over that month period up there. So yeah, so I'm going to be doing that. But I will get to these and I'll let you guys know because I'll put them up on my Etsy site when I'm done with them. And it's going to be different color. I already did one with hair and it's burgundy and it's in a burgundy cap, a burgundy scarf. Matter of fact, hold on. I'm going to go get it. If you guys got a minute, I'll be right back. I'm going to go get it so you can see. Okay, sorry about that. I'm back. Okay, so I wanted to show you, this is my box of hair and stuff. I wanted to show you the one I already did. See, Weezy, this was the one I tried to do with the cap on it. I actually sewed human hair on it, but I think what I need to do is to sew hair all the way up here. So I'm going to sew hair all the way up here and then have all that hair down here. Then you can pull this onto your head and then put your own hat on. So that's one idea. The other one is, okay, so this is the one that I did already. See, I have different color scarves. I've got this yellow scarf that doesn't have any paisley on it, so we don't have to worry about gang signs. But I also have this one that I already did. So I'm going to take it out of the bag so you can see. Okay, so this one actually has hair. It doesn't have braids. And I just folded it up. But this is it. This one has hair. So the scarf, yeah, so this is the scarf with the hair on it. And I actually think this one probably needs more hair. But this is the hair that's on the scarf. I think it needs more hair though. But yeah. And I haven't even tried this one on my head yet. Maybe I'll try this one on now. And we'll see what it looks like. So let me see, because I haven't even tried. I just made this one and didn't even try it on. So I'm going to see what it looks like with hair. But I think that the braids are probably going to be better than the hair. Because the braids to me are thicker. And I think having the braids is probably better than having the hair. Oh, what's going on? Okay. So I'm going to see what this one looks like on. So this one's hair. This is just hair. So let's see what happens here. And Weezy, don't laugh at me because you know I can't tie a scarf. Let's see here. She makes fun of me all the time because she know I can't tie a scarf. And I'm just doing this just to see what happens here. All right, well, yeah, it ain't tied that great, but. So this one's hair. Look at this hair. This one's hair. Oh, stop it, Weezy. You know I can't tie a scarf. But anyway, the point is, the point is that this one is supposed to have hair on it. And if it was thicker hair or more hair, I think this one might not be bad. But I think this one needs more hair. And since I can't tie a scarf, I can't make it look nice. But I think if I put more hair on this one might work. But yeah. So let's see what it looks like in the back. So the back looks okay, but it just needs more hair. I think it needs a lot more hair. Just like, yeah, I think it needs a lot more hair. So I may have to go back and do another one like this one, but this time just put a lot more hair in it. So I don't know. But like I said, this was all experiments. These were all experiments so that we can see what they look like. So, yeah. So, yeah, and if they were already tied turbans, you're right, love yourself. If they were already tied turbans, then that would eliminate the need to have to tie it up. So, yeah, that would eliminate the need to have to tie it up. So yeah, so I'm just messing around. I'm just experimenting and stuff. Just seeing what things look like, trying new things, just to see, just for fun, just for fun. Thank you, Tamika. Thank you. I'm working on it. I'm just seeing what I can do, and I think with hair, a silky scarf might be better with hair than with braids. I think the braids work well with the cotton, but I think hair would probably work better with a silky scarf. You can't add hair to that one. Yeah, I can add hair to this one. I can add hair to the red one, because the way I sew it, I just put I put tracks over tracks over tracks, and I can go up further. I could go up probably maybe 4 more tracks or whatever, and it still wouldn't be a problem. Yeah, so the silky scarf is nice. Yeah, I think a silky scarf would probably work better with the hair. And yeah. So that's basically where I am with that. But yeah, like I told you guys, I am going to do more, do this kind of thing, and then maybe I'll bring it to you before I put it up. Maybe I'll bring them to you in a live like this so you guys can see what they look like before I put them up for sale, so you guys can let me know. Yeah, because that way at least I can get an idea of what's going on, and you guys can tell me whether it's working or not. So what else was I going to tell you? I'm trying to think. I already told you we're looking for a house, so you know that. And I'm sewing stuff up for Wheezy so that I can, yeah. Oh, this is a one-size-fits-all hat. Yeah. So I bought some hats that aren't even going to work. Wheezy, I bought you a purple hat. Look, I bought you a purple hat. Didn't you say you want a purple? I bought you a purple hat that I'm going to put the Velcro on for you. We're going to put it on inside here. And I also got you a blue one that doesn't have this hole in the back, because I want to try to do one without the hole in the back, but I got it the right size so to fit your head. So I got one that doesn't have a hole in the back so that I can just sew the Velcro all the way around and then stick the hair in there. It's no big deal. So Wheezy, if you're listening, that's what I did. Hello, Crystal. How are you? We're just hanging out with my fake hair on my fake hat. Yes, that would be cool. Yeah, so that's what I'm going to do for her. She'd asked me, we talked about putting Velcro in the hat, and that way you can change the hair out. So the only way, really the best way to do that is with a hat that does not have a hole in the back. Because with the hole in the back, it just makes it's a whole nother challenge to sew it up. Yeah, so I'm going to send you the one with I'm going to send you the blue hat, Wheezy, with the Velcro around it that doesn't have a hole in the back, so that we can switch out hair and braids, because I got you hair and I got you braids. So we're going to switch those out. And then I'm going to send you that, and then you can tell me what that looks like so we can figure out whether we need to do something else. Crystal says, soon turning 45. I love this channel for mature ladies. Thank you so much, Crystal. I appreciate it. Yeah, we trying to hang with the young bucks. We can't always, but we trying. we have bits of wisdom that we can share, and of course they have a lot of new stuff they can share. So that's, you know, it's a win-win situation. I really wish I had a channel where I could just talk to them. You know what I mean? I really wish I had a channel that I could just say, girlfriend, let me just sit you down and tell you why you shouldn't be chasing this guy. Or let me just sit you down and tell you why you have to stop saying but every time you say you know something. Because if you have to say but, you don't know it. So yeah, I just really would love to do an advice channel, but I just don't know how well that would go on. Neesha says, Crystal, you are young blood. I remember in my 40s, great times. Yeah. See, Wheezy, we're not the only ones that are over 50. There are people over 30, over 40. I mean, there's a lot of these younger influencers who are all turning 30 this year too. I'll let you go. Where you going? Because who turned 30 this year? Are you 60, JJ? Yep, I'm 62. Who turned 30 this year? Dee Dee Woods, I think, turned 30 this year. Hearts and Cake 90, I think she turned 30. Dominique A, I believe, is about to hit 30 if she hasn't already. So there's a lot of the younger influencers, YouTubers that are starting to get up to that hill. And you'll start seeing them, you know, as time goes by. Certainly not now, because I don't think I really looked older until I got in my 50s. But so if you're in your 30s or you just turned 30, you still got all of your 30s, you still got all your 40s, and pretty much all your 50s before you're going to start seeing wrinkles. Honest to goodness, because I didn't really start seeing them until I was 57. I think 57 is when I started seeing wrinkles. So you don't have anything to worry about if you're 30 for a good 27 years. So if that makes you feel any better, because I'm noticing now, like I said, since I turned 57, once I turned 57, I started noticing wrinkles. And now that I'm 62, they come every year. Every time I have a birthday, I notice a new wrinkle. So yeah. So that's what happened. Quit putting people business in the street. I'm just telling you. I'm just telling. And this. I mean, as far as telling the age of the girls who turn 30, they've already had their little parties. So you know, it ain't about me telling nobody's business, because all three of the women I mentioned it themselves, or I wouldn't have known. Hearts and Cake 90 said she did. Dominique A said she did, and so did Dee Dee. You are not looking old. Tamika, please. You do not look old. When I started following you a couple of years ago, I thought, oh, look at this young girl doing her thing on here with her wigs. I did not think, or do not think at all, that you are old, Tamika, period. So don't even think that. Don't even think that. But yeah. So yeah, so you guys, oh, and I'm gonna sell my little headbands too, y'all. When I start making my little headbands, I'm gonna start selling my little headbands too. So I'm gonna have to get myself together, and I'm about to be like Gianna Monet. She jumped up and started her business, and next thing you know, she's selling all this jewelry. I'm not that fast. Oh, any tea on Neesha 206? Well, Cassie, that girl, just did Neesha 206, and so did Hearts and Cake 90. She did 2 colors. Cassie, that girl, did the wig, and somebody else did it. Cassie, that girl, I don't think she was that hot about it. But Brittany, she likes Jackie, so she's gonna like it regardless, I think. And besides, she really hooked it up. But I have not heard anything really bad about Neesha 206. The only thing I've heard about Neesha 206 is that it looks like 201, I think. Was it 201 or 202? They said that it looked like one that had already come out. I guess it was 201. Crystal says, I'm going to get back into rocking my old school half wigs with a headband. Yeah, girl, pull their half wigs out. Because that's what everybody's doing. Get you a cool headband and you're there. Because honestly, you can wrap anything around a half wig. Wheezy said, I was loving that beautiful chocolate drip complexion. Yes. Wigs to Wasteland. And again, I thank you so much for participating in my Brittany tribute. That was really sweet of you to do. But yeah, Wigs to Wasteland, I've always loved her. And what I really love about Tamika is that when you do a review, I really like your honesty. And I like the fact that you, you're telling the truth, but you're telling it in a really cool kind of way. I just really liked it. I said, boy, she's like straight up, ain't she? When I first started watching you, because I just really loved the honesty. I think that was the biggest thing for me is, and I love your cadence. I don't know if anybody's ever said that to you, but as somebody who writes and, having been a TV reporter for a long time, there's something about your cadence, the way that you say things and how you do it. It's hard for me to explain, but you have a certain cadence, in terms of the way that you talk that I really enjoy. And it's hard for me to put my finger on that, but yeah, I just love the way you explain, the way you talk, I guess is what I mean. I wish my Neesha 206 was sponsored. I wouldn't put it up. Yeah, I'm selling all my wigs. Well, not all of them. I'm never going to sell Davita, you guys know. I did sell one Davita wig, and that was that wine-colored one because wine was just not working for me. Not that it wasn't, but I didn't see myself wearing that out. But my other Neesha wigs, my blonde Neesha wigs, I'm never selling them. I'm still trying to get my hands on tiramisu. I haven't gotten that one yet. But I love my Davita wigs. So, yeah. I talk maddish about these companies, then hit them up like, what's up with collab? I know they hate me. Hey, that's all right, girl. You doing it. You doing it, Tamika. You doing it. And you have inspired a lot of us. Like I said, it was you and Hearts and Cake 90, Brittany, and Trendy K, and Body by Kira. I think you were the first 4 that I watched when I first started watching wig reviews before I even started my channel. I was like, I love what these ladies are doing, but now we got to let the old heads come in and do some things. And so the old heads had to come in and do some things. And so me and Wheezy and, I don't really know who else is out there that's doing what we're doing. First updated drop was the best, Venetia. Oh yeah, really? Yeah, 203 rather is a favorite of Crystal, she said. But yeah, the Neesha 206, I think people said it looked like another wig. So I don't know. Tamika, you deserve it. Isn't nobody's being kind? Because if we thought you was awful, we would say so. If we thought you was tacky or anything like that, we would say so. We're all honest here. We too old to lie. I've said that on my channel a lot of time. I am too old to lie. I have to tell the truth because, hey, I can. As an old person, I can tell the truth. That's a beautiful thing about being older. You can be honest. You ain't got to worry about what nobody thinks about it. You can be honest. I wish we had more mature women getting shine. Yeah, me too. And there are some women that, there was a woman that I found, her name was Alicia O something or other. And I found her just recently. And then Wheezy turned me on to a couple of mature women that are doing this. Y'all are sleeping on Sensational's Dashley Unit 6. Is a full yaki wig with a bang. The texture is soft and yaki, just like Neesha. Please review. Hasn't somebody already done Unit 6? I thought somebody already did Dashley Unit 6. Did you look, did you do a search on YouTube for Unit 6? I thought somebody already did unit 6. I think somebody already did unit 6. I think somebody has already done it. I'm pretty sure. Because there's not too much that gets by these ladies. Yeah, I think it's already been done. I'm actually looking it up now because I'm sure somebody has. Let's see, Dashley unit 6. Do you ever do a YouTube search? Unit 6 wig. Here we go. I'm back, sorry. Okay, Weezy, no big deal. We're looking up a wig. Okay, Dashley unit 6 was done by Disastrous Beauty. Only a few reviews in color 1B, so many colors though. Okay, so Disastrous Beauty did it in, it looks like a 1B. Are you talking about butter? Or are you talking about just Dashley? You're talking about Dashley, not butter. Okay, Wig Types did it 4 months ago. But it looks like they did it in a dark color too. Are you not talking about the lace one? Are you talking about the lace unit 6, or are you talking about the one without the lace? Because you know they have dual units. They have a unit 1 with no lace, and then they have a unit 1 with lace. Weezy says, I have every Dashley to review still. I think it was Dashley 7. Okay. Yeah, are you talking about Crystal? Are you talking about the Dashley with the lace on it, or the Dashley without the lace? Because there's 2 unit 6s. Because Wigs to Waist, I'm not Wigs to Waist, I'm sorry. Wig Types did the Dashley 6 in green. And let's see, yeah, there are a few people who've done it. If you're looking for it, there are a few people who've done the Dashley 6. Phoebe Rome did it. Phoebe Rome did it in 3 colors. She did the one with the lace. Oh, you're talking about the one with no lace. Okay. Yeah, Phoebe Rome did the one with the lace. But yeah, I'm just looking it up on YouTube. If you just type in Dashley Unit 6, you'll see all the different people who've done it already. But yeah, if it's not the butter one, then I would just type in Unit 6, no lace, and don't put butter in there. Because it looks like a lot of people are focused on that butter wig. Huh? What is this? Is this Unit 6? Oh, that's Unit 10. Okay, so anyway, yeah. So what colors did it come in that you really liked, that you wanted somebody to review? Can you because I'm trying to find it here. Let's see. What kind of colors did you like Unit 6 in? That's Unit 6. The Yaki wig with a bang looks like a blowout hairstyle with a bang. And you have it? Did you buy it yourself? Did you actually buy it? Are you talking about this one? You're talking about this one. And I'm going to tell you why not too many people have reviewed this wig. And the reason is it's a bang wig. I have to tell you that a lot of the reviewers that I know do not like bangs. And that may not be a good thing, but a lot of reviewers that I see do not like bangs. They don't think they look good in bangs. And so a lot of them are going to avoid bangs because they don't like bangs. Trendy K does bangs. I see her do a lot of bangs. I know that, yeah, I know that Brittany does not like bangs. She rarely does a wig with bangs because she doesn't like bangs. Weezy said, I bought all those Dashley wigs and they are on my shelves unopened. What is wrong with you, Weezy? These people are out here waiting for you to review these wigs and you keeping them under wraps. What's up with that? Send me one of them. I'll do it for you. If you got the one she wants, send it to me. I'll do it. Because I'm... yeah, see? Yep. Weezy hates bangs. Weezy don't like bangs. Now, Tamika, I've seen in a few bangs, but I don't really recall seeing wigs to waist length and too many bangs. If it's a swoop, that's one thing. But if it's like bangs, like Cleopatra bangs, yeah, I don't know too many people who like them. JJ says bangs hide the forehead wrinkles. They take years off. Yeah, that's probably true. So maybe the younger women aren't, or you have an addiction. Maybe the younger women aren't wearing the bangs because they don't like them. You know, and since they have a choice because they're not trying to hide anything on their forehead, maybe that's what it is. Oh, so I see. That's why you like it, Crystal. Have you purchased? You haven't purchased it though. You just want people to see it. Is that what it is? You just want to have it reviewed so that you can see if you want to get it. Is that what it is? Because if you like it and you've seen it, just get it. Oh, okay. I wasn't sure. Yeah, I didn't think I saw you in too many bang wigs, Tamika. I didn't think I saw you in too many bang wigs. Yeah, bangs just aren't for everybody. Yeah, bangs just aren't for everybody. I don't mind them. I mean, I've done a few reviews of wigs with bangs because I mean, depending on what kind of bangs, I like them. As you know, I just did a Harlem 125 wig that had bangs. I did a Dashley wig a long time ago that had bangs. It was long and kind of wavy. It was I don't even remember what unit it was, but it was a Dashley with bangs. If you look in my playlist, you'll see. I don't think I have it. I don't think I have a playlist that's just bangs, but it was a long wig. So if you look at my playlist for long wigs, you'll see it there. But I did one that was a Dashley unit that had bangs that was wavy, and I liked that wig. I sold it. Weezy, are you listening? Yeah, I sold that one too. Weezy gets on me because I sell my wigs all the time. I sell them so fast that I don't even have a chance to think about them before I sell them. I put a wig on and I'll review it, and next thing you know, it's off to somebody else. I just don't keep them around unless I really, really like them. Crystal says, no tangles or shedding. The texture stays soft. I'm in love. It's like Neesha. So then you must already have it. You must already have it then. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Well, why do you want us to review it if you already have it? Or you just want to spread the love? You want people to love it like you love it. Veronica says, all the talk about age has my hip hurting. Time for this mature lady to lay down. Oh, I'm sorry, Veronica, that your hip hurts. Did you have you had the hip replacement, didn't you? Like I did? I think you did. Didn't you say that you did? Or you haven't had it yet? Because since I've had it, my hip has not been bothering. Oh, girl, you got to go get it done then. Because I had it done, and I'm so glad I did. I'm so glad I had my hip replacement. It works wonders. If you're in bed and you're rolling around and it's hurting you, girl, you need to go get it done. Because I'm telling you, there's, you know, that pain is not going anywhere until you go get it checked out. Oh, that's right. You said they wouldn't do it because of your age. Have you talked to other doctors, though? You need to go get a second opinion. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I remember you saying that. You said that they told you were too young. I would go and get a second opinion, especially if it's excruciating, because if it's anything like mine was excruciating. And I was just like, I got to do something about this. I waited and waited, but then I finally took care of it. And granted, I was 61 when I did it. But yeah, if they're saying you're too young and you really feel like you need somebody to address it, I would go and get a second opinion. So you said you're going Wednesday. That's good. And what they may do, Veronica, is they may suggest that you take therapy instead. They may suggest that you do therapy to see if that works first, because a lot of times they don't want to go in on a young person unless they're sure that they have to. Sometimes they really want to try other things. I even told them myself that I would do therapy first, and I was 60 when I told them that. I said, let me go and try therapy first before I have the surgery, because I want to make sure something else does not work first. And that's what they're trying to do with you, probably. They want to make sure that they don't have to cut you. So they want to make sure that the therapy, you know, might work for you instead. So yeah, and I can understand that, you being younger. But yeah, girl, I'm just telling you, when I had it done, they have you up the same day, which is fine. But I was walking in 2 weeks. I was walking in 2 or 3 weeks. Not really easily, but I was. And again, I'm 60. Well, 62. But I'm saying you would probably be able to recover much quicker than I, since you're younger than I am. Carol says, you look like you still in your mid 40s. You are so sweet. Where do I send the check? Yeah, it's my mother. My mother's genes. My mother and her family were all very young looking for a long time. When I was in my 40s, I had my most fun because in my 40s, I looked like I was 30 or maybe even 25, but I looked young in my 40s. And so I was hanging with people who were way younger than me in my 40s because I looked like them and I felt like them. I was working out at the gym like 4 or 5 times a week because I was a big gym rat in my 40s. And I was really working out a lot. And so I had a really flat stomach. I wouldn't say I had a 6-pack, maybe a 4. But I would wear tops that were short because, and low riding pants because I had this flat, hard stomach. And like I said, I worked out like crazy in my 40s. But I looked a lot younger than my age. So that was cool. So I took advantage of that at the time. Can't do that now, though. I'm barely doing my exercise bike. My husband's like, have you gotten on your bike today? I'm like, yeah. I got to do that tonight, as a matter of fact. But Veronica, at your age, I would think that they would still do it. Even if they consider doing therapy first, I would think they would still perform the surgery because I don't think 53 is that young in terms of them not wanting to do it. Because it's not that bad, especially if you do the anterior. Don't do the posterior. Do not let them come in from the back. Trust me on that. I knew somebody who had them come in on the back way to cut you. No. Make sure you get somebody who does anterior hip replacement. Crystal says, your figure is to die for. You are so in shape. Everybody is plus size these days. You're blessed. No, hey, my figure is not great. Girl, let me stand up. You probably can't even see me. Oh, you can't even see me. All right, let me show you. All right, here we go. Let's see. All right, so here I am. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see. I got a little belly going on. Girlfriend ain't as thin as she used to be. She's not as in shape as she used to be, trust me. She used to be much better. She used to be much better. I was much tighter. But I loved working out, and I loved lifting weights. That was my thing. I mean, I was a weightlifter. I didn't really like running. I didn't really like aerobics, period. I wasn't like trying to jump around and do, the stepper and all that kind of junk that people were doing. I'm like, no. I'd get in there and I'd start working out on the machines with the guys. I went into the weight room where the girls were going someplace else. I went into the weight room and I was lifting with the weights with the guys. Don't stand up. You're going to make me jealous. Girl. And I think the only reason why I'm not bigger than I am is because of the fact I spent so much time working out in my 40s. My husband and I were saying that because my husband played professional baseball. Like I mentioned to you before, he played professional baseball, so he kind of stayed in shape for the most part. He's got a belly now, but I think because we had worked out so diligently when we were younger that we don't look as bad as we could in our 60s now because of the fact that we spent so much time doing it back then. And even over the years, we kind of gradually kind of did it off and on and off and on and off and on. We were still, working out off and on. But yeah. Let me see. What else was I going to show you guys? I know what I was going to ask you. When it comes to sewing, I had another idea. It's not a wig related idea, but it might be something you guys might be interested in. So I'm gonna run it by you and you tell me what you think. I was thinking of making cover-ups for when people go to the beach. And the reason I'm thinking about this is because every time my husband would take me to the beach or to, Jamaica or wherever, I never could find a really nice cover-up. One that I could put on over my bathing suit that was pretty or that was even available in my size. Because a lot of times they were too small or they just didn't look nice. They look kind of cheap. So I was thinking of making some really cute cover-ups for plus size women, especially. I mean, for regular size people too, but I really felt like plus size women, that there really wasn't much of a variety. Like whenever I go to the department store to see what they had for women in terms of cover-ups. So I got a bunch of patterns to make some cover-ups for women, short ones as well as long ones, in different materials. In Atlanta, I went and bought some different material. Oh, come on, Crystal. Look at these arms. Look at this. This is fat. This is fat. This isn't muscle, okay? I'm going to be working on it, but that's what this is. It's fat. Yeah, sort of like a sarong. Yeah, but I got different styles. Some of them button in the front. Some of them pull over. Some of them are just, come over you like a little robe or something. So I'm thinking of making some of those and selling them in some really pretty, material for women, because I hardly ever see any in the store that are pretty. And I got some that has like material that has holes all in it and stuff. It's just, I found some really cute material that would not make you hot, but still cute on the beach, because you want to be cute. But some people are self-conscious, even though they're in a bathing suit. Some people are self-conscious about, being out there completely. And so I'm thinking I'm going to make some. I don't have any McCall's patterns, though. I think most of mine are Vogue or Butterick. I like McCall's sort of, kind of, but I really like Butterick and Vogue better. I really like Vogue because they're more, Vogue patterns can be more advanced, but the designs are always way better. It's harder, but I've been sewing since I was 13. So yeah. Yeah, so I'm gonna make some. Then they're not difficult to make. They don't take a long time, but it's the material that really makes the difference. It's not the pattern. And if you've ever sewn, they always tell you that if you have a loud pattern, a really crazy material, a loud pattern, a loud fabric. If you have a loud fabric, your pattern should be simple. But if you have a simple fabric, then you can make a difficult pattern, because with a crazy material, if you try to make a difficult pattern, all the different intricacies aren't going to show up because the material is so loud, if that makes any sense. So they said that you should always take fabric that's loud or colorful and make a very simple pattern, use a very simple pattern as opposed to the other. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be making some really, really pretty, getting some really pretty material, but making some simple patterns so that, that design, the material will stand out and not the design. Yeah. If that makes any sense. So yeah. But I don't know where I'm going to find all this time, people. I'm doing videos with y'all. I'm sewing. I'm writing books. I'm cooking. And I have a full-time job. I have a full-time job, so I'm really busy. But I have to tell you, and this is spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. Here it comes. Spoiler alert. This channel is not going to be around forever. And I'm just letting y'all know. It's sort of like they call it a cryptic message. I'm letting you know that something's going to have to give sooner or later with me, in terms of having some conversations with my husband, as well as having conversations with myself. There's only so much that I can do as one person. So I may have to give up some things in the near future. And this channel might be one of them. And I hate to say that, but eventually I was going to have to tell you anyway. But at some point, it's going to have to go, because there's just too much going on with me, and I can't do it all. But before that happens, I would definitely let y'all know, and we'll have a goodbye party. And I'll keep my videos up so y'all can look at the old ones. And I might pop back in every now and then to show you something new. But yeah, it's probably not going to be, probably over the next year. I'm probably going to be winding it down a little bit over the next year, because I I've got to take care of myself personally, as well as figure out what's important to me in terms of what I'm pursuing. So I'm just giving y'all the heads up that could possibly happen. But I love y'all, and I enjoy being with you guys. Weezy, you so slow. Weezy just popping there and saying, what? Wait a minute. Oh, Khrissy, you're so sweet. You're so sweet. Thank you so much. Yeah, like I said, it's probably going to wind down over the next maybe year or so. But it won't be like a rip off the Band-Aid kind of thing. It'll probably just be me slowing it down because of all the stuff that I'm doing. And my husband is like, you're going to kill yourself trying to do everything. So, yeah. But Weezy's always going to be around to take care of y'all. She's wonderful. And I'll even recommend some folks for you to watch. Oh, Epiphany, no, I'm not trying. I'm not trying, but it might be inevitable at some point. Love yourself. All you have to do is best for you and your family. That's true. That's true. Now, I'm not going anywhere yet. I mean, I ain't left yet. So I ain't left yet, but it may be. We've had some conversations about what I'm doing and all the stuff that I'm doing and what I'm trying to do. And yeah, we're kind of trying to prioritize at this point as to what is going to make sense for me financially as well as my time. So yeah, so we're just kind of having some conversations right now about what I should be doing and what I can and can't do, because I can't do everything. And as you guys know, I want to do everything. And I mean, and it's not even about my age, because I don't feel bad at all. I mean, as an older person, I mean, I may be 62, but I certainly don't feel it. Yeah, right, exactly. We're not going to be here forever. And we have to make room for the younger women who are getting older too. Like I said earlier, there are women now that are moving into that category. You know, there are sisters who have been doing this for a while that are starting to move into that mature arena. And whether they'll continue to do it or not after that, I don't know. They may not. It just depends. But yeah, so moving myself out of this, I knew when I started doing this that I wasn't going to be doing this like all my life. I mean, because there's only so much I can do at my age. And I mean, no, let me take that back. There's not so much I can do at my age. There's only so much I'm going to do when I get like 70. I doubt very seriously if I'll be doing this when I'm 70. So if you think about that, I'm 62 right now, right? So what does that give me? 8 years? Am I going to be doing this for 8 years? Probably not. Probably not. Right. Weezy, like you said, you're not going to be here forever. I mean, I did this because I wanted to be able to represent my age group. I did this because I really love wigs. I love the wig community. They're just so beautiful. I love the women that I have met, the things that I've learned about hair, and also the business. Man, the things that I've learned about the business, it's a lot more complicated than I thought. You know, when I first started doing this, I'm thinking, oh, this is cute. I'm just going to go buy me a wig and review it. And that's all. Hey, there's so much more to this than that. And I found out things that I don't know. I found out a lot of things since I've been in this arena that surprised me. Crystal says, you and Weezy is all we have for the mature ladies. Oh, no. I may not be doing for another 8 months. Weezy, you leaving us in 8 months. But see, and two, Weezy and I both have full-time jobs. And sometimes that can be a challenge. And I think hers is worse than mine, because Weezy is a nurse. And so when you're working in the hospital environment, you got to be going to work whenever they tell you to. Fortunately for me, as a writer, I can just sit at home. You know, in my job, I'm just at home. I sit at home and I write. So I don't have to like go out and be like really having to be out there all the time. So even though I have a full-time job, it's easier for me to do my job and still do some of the things that I'm doing because I'm not having to like go here, there, and everywhere. JJ says, you're also generous and supportive of each other. It's inspirational kindness to sharing the collaboration. Yeah, I would say that it's time consuming, expensive. Yeah, it is. It's time consuming. It's expensive. You got kids. Yeah. Tamika says a lot. 13-hour days. I don't know how she does it. I don't either, Tamika. I don't know how she does it either because she looked tired sometimes. Weezy, you look like you're wearing yourself out now. I don't want you to do that. I don't want you wearing yourself out. But I know Weezy loves what she does for you guys. And see, that's the thing. Weezy loves doing wig reviews for you guys. She loves it. She loves doing makeup, tutorials. She loves it. And so she's going to do what she loves. My problem is I love too many things. I love so many things. I have to make a decision. My husband's like, okay, wait a minute. He said, first you were doing this. Now you're doing that. Now you're doing this. He's like, and you gotta work. So what is it? I mean, something's got to give. And that's kind of the conversation we've been having. Krista says, I respect y'all helping us with reviews. Saves me time and money. Yep. I feel you, Weezy. You both are amazing. Oh, thanks, Tamika. We couldn't have been amazing before you guys because you were the OGs, as they say. You guys were the ones that set the pace for everybody else to come on and do what we do. I certainly am not even close to being as good as a wig reviewer as I probably could be if I wasn't doing 15 other things. Because I'm, as you can tell, I'm sewing, I'm cooking, I'm writing books. I'm trying to be a wig reviewer too. Sometimes it's hard, and I still haven't gotten that makeup thing down. I don't care what y'all say. I am not a makeup person. I'm sorry. I just, when you guys see me coming on and doing my reviews, if my face is looking good, you're lucky. Weezy says, I'm in my last hour right now, Mika. Ooh, then back to my third shift. See, this is what I'm talking about. Her third 13-hour shift in a row. I don't see how you do it, Weezy. You don't even need to be sitting on here doing I don't need you to be the moderator. If you need to go, you need to go. Because, I'll smack somebody off of here if I have to. So if you have to go, don't worry about moderating. Crystal says there are 2 other mature ladies on here. That's it. Yeah. No, JJ, my face doesn't always look great. But I tell you, my face isn't always made up either. Like today, I think, what do I have on my face? I had some kind of eyeshadow on my face today, and that was about it. But when I see the wig reviewers with their beautiful faces, I get so jealous. I'm like, why can't I do that? And I've tried it several times. I would sit and watch Brittany. I would sit and watch Hearts and Cake 90 do a wig review. And then she would do a makeup tutorial. And I'm sitting there taking notes. I'm like, okay, she did this first. She did that first. Then she did that. Then she did that. Then when I try it, does it look like hers? No. So, makeup is not, that's not something I'm really good at. JJ says, nurses are incredibly dedicated. Weezy is no different. Yep, she does. She cares about her patient. Weezy cares about everybody. That's her problem. Weezy cares about everybody but herself. And she needs to be taking care of herself. Because, Weezy, I want you to be around when I leave. I got to have somebody to watch. I got to have somebody to watch, Weezy. You can't go nowhere. But yeah, nurses they're incredibly dedicated. And there are most people who are doing these things. Yeah, isn't it crazy, Tamika? The hours that she's putting in, and she's still doing wig reviews. She's doing live wig reviews now. Did you notice that? Weezy is doing live wig reviews now. So she's reviewing a wig live. JJ said, I tried to do my face like Brittany. Psh, I can't do my face like Brittany. I can't do my face like Brittany. Yeah. Oh, you said you looked a mess. I tried to do a couple things that she did, and some of them worked out. But then I forget what she did. I forget what she did, and then I can't do it again. Weezy said, "You know how we women do. We get done and write the first." Yeah. No, I'm not a superwoman, Crystal. That's for sure. Hey, Miss Khrissy, girl, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We're just chatting. Oh, and congratulations. If you guys are not following Miss Khrissy, please follow Miss Khrissy because Miss Khrissy has just gotten monetized. Yay. She just got monetized. So the next time she has a live, y'all go in and put money in her belt like they do at the, what's that place? What's that place I've never been to? That they put money in the belt. What's that place called? What are those places that those guys go to and put money on women? But anyway, whatever. Yeah, so you guys go and put money in Miss Khrissy's belt next time she has a live. Yeah, lives are nice because you don't have to edit. But like you had said before, yeah, strip club. That's what it is, JJ. The strip club. That's what I meant. The strip club. Yeah, that's the place where they go and put money in the belt. But Miss Khrissy's not a stripper, so let's just get that clear. Miss Khrissy's not a stripper. But Miss Khrissy is monetized, so you guys can go and put money on her live whenever she's live. The strip club, yeah, the strip club. Now, see, I've never been. I'm letting you know, I've never been to one, but I've heard some things. I've heard some things. I've never been to one. Yeah, she got monetized, so we are very proud and happy for her because she's been working hard. Miss Khrissy, I'm telling you, last week, I think it was, every time I looked at my phone, Miss Khrissy had a video going up. I'm like, what? I'm like, again? I'm like, every single day she got a video going up. I'm like, what? So I was like, wow. Yeah, Miss Khrissy was on it. So yeah, so she's monetized now. So you guys go and support her. She's been doing, and she's another one that works full time and does this. She's another one that goes to the hospital. Y'all nurse people, y'all medical people who are doing wig reviews, y'all just blow my mind. Because I couldn't do that job and do this. I mean, even though this is a hobby and it's nice, I'd be coming home saying, forget y'all. I'm tired. I need a bath. You know, I need some sleep. Yep, she's a healthcare workaholic like you, Weezy. She just like you. She just like you. Oh, the boom boom room. Now see, love yourself. I don't know nothing about the boom boom room. If that's a strip club. I don't know nothing about the boom boom room. Love yourself, but I'll take your word for it. I'll take your word for it. But yeah, it's just that there's so much to be done. There's so much to be done when you have like all these creative juices flowing, you know, and like I said, for me, there's just so many things I want to do and I can't do everything. So yeah, we were having, I guess what you could call a come to Jesus meeting, me and my husband, about, you know, what's cost effective. Is there more money, whatever the hobby is, is there more money going out the door than coming in? Is it something that you really love more than something else that you love? So we're having all those conversations about what's going to make sense for me in terms of where I spend my time. Because as you know, if you try to do 15 things, you're not going to do all 15 well. So my problem is I've got to figure out of all the things that I love doing, what am I going to do well? And what am I going to stick with? Because that's another thing. I don't always stick with stuff. So I got to find something that I'm going to do and stick with. Now, I've been sticking with sewing because I've been sewing since I was 13. So I've been sticking with that. As far as books go, I've been writing books since I was in high school. So, I mean, you know, not books that got published, but I've been writing since I was a child. So, yeah. Oh, good, Khrissy. You watch Miss Khrissy? Great. Yeah. I'm surprised Miss Khrissy ain't live right now. I'm surprised she's in here instead of being live. Yeah, Miss Khrissy's funny. Miss Khrissy with the K-A, Christina with the K-A. Hey there, hey there. Yeah, she says something like that. I don't have the whole thing right. And everybody's got their cute little open. I don't even have a little cute saying. Everybody has a cute saying. Miss Khrissy has her little cute saying. Weezy has her little cute saying. And the best one, the best by far is Tamika's. Wigs to Wasteland has the best music. I cannot watch her without trying to sing that song, that Jamaica guy singing that song. I just can't. I have to sing that song. Badman. When I first heard that on her channel, I'm like, whoa, what is this? But I was like, every time I watch her, I have to sing that song. JJ says, I thought it was dieting, so I avoided for a bit. Her skincare help is awesome. What do you mean dieting? What you thought? Oh, skinny Sundays. Okay. Oh, you thought skinny Sundays was dieting. Oh, I guess somebody could think that. Now that you mentioned it, I guess somebody could think that. Yeah. But she's talking about skinny Sundays, skinny Sundays. Yeah, I like that. I think it's catchy. So yeah, but I mean, once people know what it is, they know what it is. So yeah. Yeah. I want Tamika to do a regular live on what do I want her to do? I want Tamika to do a regular live on something. I have to think of what it is. I miss her old intro. Yeah, I do too. I miss that one too. That's the one I was talking about. Is that who it is? Boudica? Is that what it is? Boudica? I love that. Whatever that was that she used to play on her channel. And I mean, she still has a version of it now. She still has a version of it now, but it's not the same one as the first one she had. Oh, I used to love that song. I could not listen to that song and dance. I had to dance every time that song came on. Somebody else, I think I heard somebody else try to use it now. I thought I heard somebody else trying to use it. Is somebody else trying to use it in their intro now? Or am I mistaken? I could have sworn that somebody else had that music or was trying to use that Wigs to Waist Length music. Because I think once a song is stuck with someone, especially after they've been having it for years, I think nobody else should touch it. That's just my personal opinion. That's just my personal opinion. Because if I hear somebody else's song, if I hear somebody's song on somebody else's channel, then I'm kind of confused. I'm like, wait a minute, am I watching the right person? Because I'm so used to the music. I guess you could call it a theme song. I'm so used to the theme song being that person's song. It's hard for me to imagine somebody else using it. You know what I mean? I guess that's what I mean. Yeah. Because for a long time, Britney was using something and then she stopped using it. And I heard somebody else playing the music. And I was like, oh, that reminds me so much of Britney because that's what she used to play all the time in 2018. That was her intro music. Yeah. So yeah, and I don't really have anything. I just play some jazz because, you know, I'm an old head and old heads like jazz. So I just put jazz in the beginning of mine. I have changed my intro a couple times. And I think I did change my music a couple times. Yeah, I changed my music a couple times, but yeah. Yeah, but I do. I like it when I hear people's theme songs and I can sing them or whatever. Wigs to Wonderlust has an interesting one where she starts off with the world on hers. I think hers is interesting too. Oh, and you know else who has a nice one? Magical Blackness. I like Magical Blackness's intro. Hers is nice, where she's on the beach or whatever. And Samore has a nice one. Samore looks like a mystery. What Samore used to have, and I don't think, is it Samore that I'm thinking of or Shining Star? Oh, it might be Shining Star. Shining Star's intro used to look like some kind of crime novel or something, an introduction to some kind of crime movie or something. I think it was Shining Star. He used to have an intro like that. I was like, wow, this is kind of well done. Yeah, I do like jazz too, Stacy. I do. I like jazz a lot. I do. So anyway, Weezy, you're going back to work today, you said? If you're going back to work, you really need to get off of here and go rest. I am going to go in about 5 minutes to go upstairs and see what my husband is doing and see if I can find some more pizza that ain't burnt like this, burnt pizza, because I'm hungry and that wasn't enough for me. I might end up making him go to the store. Ooh, we ought to go out and get something to eat. Just put our masks on, right? Oh, one more thing. Somebody said that Charlotte had an earthquake this morning. I didn't feel a thing. I was told when I got up a couple of people called me and said, oh, did you feel that earthquake? I'm like, in Charlotte? Really? But they said that there was. They said it was at 8:15. I got up to go to the bathroom at 8:15, and I don't remember nothing shaking. So I don't know. Maybe it wasn't on my side of town. But I since heard several people say that we had an earthquake here in Charlotte. I'm like, okay, the last earthquake I was in San Francisco in 1977. And that was an earthquake. I mean, it shook stuff off the tables and all that kind of stuff. That was an earthquake. But yeah, I heard there was one. 5.1 on the Richter scale? Oh, please. Really? Is that what Charlotte is saying? I didn't feel it. Are you still at work, Wheezy? Oh, yeah. What's the name has nice Caribbean music? Magical Blackness. Love Yourself. I think it's Magical Blackness that has nice Caribbean music. But I like Weeks to Wasteland's Caribbean music, too. Are you still at work, Wheezy? Weezy, you at work and doing 15 things at once, just like me. But anyway, let me just recap what I'm going to be doing for you guys shortly. Like I said, I got a bunch of, we were talking about your music, Tamika, that we like your intro music. We like to sing to that guy. We wish you would go back to your old music because we like singing to that guy. Oh, mom duties. Okay. Yeah, we like singing to that guy on your music. So you need to go back to your old music so we can dance on your music again. Oh yeah, this hat. Oh look, Miss Khrissy. It's not real. It's a hat. It's a hat with hair. It's a hat with hair. Yep, it's a hat with hair. Yeah. So what am I doing? What am I doing? We were just talking about. We were talking about you and your music on your channel. We want you to go back to your original music. What I'm getting ready to do is to go and find something to eat. But what I'm going to do over the next 5 weeks rather, is I've got videos up that I've already done that I was telling you guys. Tomorrow I'm doing a little head-friendly wig. I'm doing a little head-friendly wig tomorrow. And then I'm doing a video on herbs and spices. Buddha call. Wheezy, stop it. Okay, so I'm doing a video on herbs and spices. I'm doing another, so you guys, because somebody was asking me about herbs and spices. I know I was eating pizza, but it's burnt. It was burnt, JJ, so I got to go get something else. Anyway, I'm doing a video on herbs and spices because you guys were asking me what herbs and spices that I use when I'm cooking. So I did a video on that. Oh, and there's a tool that I'm mentioning in that video, so don't y'all miss it because it's going to be really helpful for you. I'm also doing a ponytail wig. Well, not a ponytail wig, but a ponytail. And I'm doing a Throwback Thursday of a wig that I really, really love. So, yeah. So I've got about 5 videos coming up over the next, I did them all in advance. So I've got 5 already in the can. So they'll just be popping up. I don't have any premieres. So they're just popping up. Yes, I'm hungry again, JJ. They're going to be popping up so that you guys will be able to see those. But I'm going to do another live cooking thing. But this time, the live cooking, maybe I'll do it next Sunday. Next Sunday, I will do a live on how to make Chewy's jalapeno ranch dip. It's really good for salad. It's good for dipping your tortillas in. It's delicious. And it's a great recipe from Chewy's. If you've ever heard of Chewy's, a Mexican restaurant, people drink that stuff. So I'm just telling you, I'm going to be doing it. Love when that happens, when you can be ahead on reviews. Yeah, I got 5 of them already in the can. So this next month, I can start sorting out my life and figuring out what I'm going to do over the next year. So whether I'm going to still be with you guys or what I'm going to be doing, I have to figure it out. My husband says I got to make a choice. You be careful driving home, Miss Wheezy. I know you had a long ride. She my bestie and she got edges. Wheezy, you crazy. You crazy. Anyway, and Wheezy, I will be sending you your stuff soon as I make it. Now that's the big question. When am I going to sew it? But I'm going to do it. I should have done it while I was off this week, but this was my wedding anniversary week and I could not possibly do anything for you, Wheezy, because I had to pay attention to my husband. Oh, well, Khrissy, you missed that announcement. Well, we'll talk about it. Yeah, we'll talk about it. Yeah, I'm not. I haven't made any definite plans, but like I said, I'm considering my options in terms of what I'm doing. Yeah, well, you can reread it. Yes, ma'am. Take care of home. Yeah, yeah. I got to figure out what I'm doing with myself, and I've got to. I just have to make some decisions, financial decisions, emotional decisions. You know, time-related decisions. I just have a lot of decisions I have to make because there's just too many things. Please stay married. I'm going to stay married, Wheezy. That's not one of the decisions I have to make. That's not one of the decisions, okay? I'm staying married. You know, I love my husband. But yeah, no, I'm deciding whether I'm going to continue to do this long term over the next year or so, or whether I'm going to have to slow it down or stop it. And like I said, I'm doing a lot of things right now, and I really have to figure out what's best for me, my time, financially, because as you guys know, this is not like, you know, there's no pot of gold at the end of the wig rainbow. So I have to consider that as well. So, yeah. But anyway, I'm going to run. Don't forget to watch my video tomorrow at 5:15 because, like I said, I'm doing a small head-friendly video. So if you got a small head, you're going to love this wig. And then over the next few weeks, I'll have some other videos coming up of different things that I just mentioned. And if something new pops up and I decide that I'm just going to jump in and review it, hey, I'll be back for that. So you guys have a great rest of your day. Thank you so much for hanging with us, sister. Congratulations again, Miss Khrissy, for your monetization. And Wheezy Wig Reviews. Get some rest, okay? Get some rest. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.